Yo guys, the AI world keeps heating up. I tried to keep this until the final release, but it's not released in the US. So disclaimer, I don't know how to actually gain access to this thing, but I have to show you guys because I've been obsessed about this new AI model called Seedance 2.0, which is coming out of China, funny enough. So the reason us Americans can't use this is because it's Chinese and you know how America versus China. So I'm going to show you guys the official website where you can just do more research. But on Twitter, if you guys just check on Twitter, there's 1 million people putting up videos right now. Not 1 million, but a lot of people putting up videos. So firstly, this is an AI video generator that wipes everything I've ever seen. Okay, this is nowhere close. Basically, this creates advertisements. It creates like mini movies, basically. And it's just insane quality. So I'm going to use their examples off their website, and then we're going to move over to Twitter to see those examples. So here's the first one, and it does add audio as well. So let's run this back. All right, so this is of a pizza place pulling a pizza out the brick oven.
There you go, fresh from the oven.
Crazy. They've got the physics down. They've got the aesthetic down. They, for whatever they did, added so much cinematic quality. It's almost like they've, you know, trained off of like directors or something like this. Now, this I've never seen. Apparently, this is a volleyball tournament. So the thing to note here is the detail of the ball, understanding where it is in space, and also keeping track of like who is hitting the ball to whom, whatever the proper grammar is. Let's run this back from the beginning. Oops. All right, so it's across the blue team, green team, green team. That's crazy. Like that is actually crazy. So what they've done in this, and you're going to see a lot of fighting videos on Twitter because fighting and twirling and spinning used to be the weak spot of AI videos. So that's why you see a lot of videos with these like physics examples. So here's another one with an advertisement example of like some kind of beauty product or something. What is this? Oh, this is like ASMR or something. Those hands look real as crap. So that, you know, the product looks consistent. It looks real. The sounds sound real. Let's go over to this B-boy thing. So here's why they're doing these videos is because these are breaking the weaknesses of the past model. So this one's doing is spinning because this is where it used to have major flaws, was keeping track of people spinning. Now it does kind of go crazy on the arms a little bit, but you can't tell. Now in full screen, I will say you can see the minor details that make it obviously AI, but on mobile phone, you cannot tell the difference. Like on a big screen, yeah, you can see like where it blurs out the eyes or something, but on a mobile phone, you cannot tell the difference, y'all. So this looks like a movie scene. So just imagine as music producers, instead of hoping and praying you get a sync opportunity, make your own movie, put your own music in a film. Now you can show off your own skills, you know, leveraging AI to make the actual video. Let's run this back. This guy's in like a cave or something. They even have the echo of the cave. That's crazy. So it understands not only the video stuff, but the audio stuff. Let's hop over to Twitter just to see a couple more examples that are more mainstream, and then we'll hop back to the main website to see their other examples. So on Twitter, this is where you'll find crazy videos and like just craziness. Let's just run this. So this is a Breaking Bad, Walter White from Breaking Bad.
You think you're in control? Control? You're not.
That's crazy. It has all the like little minor shakes of his head and everything. They also use Tom Cruise. Now, again, is the main website going to let you use main characters? Probably not, especially the American version. They're going to copyright and censor it all to death, of course. But what this is showing is the quality. We're not worried about using the characters. I'm worried about the quality of this stuff. And this is just Twitter quality. Let's see if we can make this full. So I can do action movies, Keanu Reeves versus Tom Cruise. Here's the fighting physics. Now, some sites claim they have the real deal. again, I don't have any official website. I'm going to wait till the official release. I'm not trying to do some like weird workaround just to gain access to this thing. I was considering it, but I said never mind. It was just too much work. Here's one where now, if you're not familiar with the lore of this meme, when AI video first started, there was a video of Will Smith eating spaghetti. Okay, and then it shows like, I think I put this on my Twitter page. If not, then I'll figure out where it is. But basically, Will Smith eating spaghetti is like a benchmark for testing AI video. So in the very beginning of AI video, it looked terrible. Nowadays, it looks like a real movie. So people are on Twitter saying Hollywood's cooked and all types of stuff. And I don't think it's cooked. I still think there's value in owning a market. I think what this does is it just shows like everybody can be a creator at this point in time. I think the gates are being lowered. There's no more gatekeeping. And that's what I have to respect about China is they're like, let's stop gatekeeping. And because there was so much gatekeeping going on. Let's see another one with Ben Affleck and Tom Cruise here. Now, the way I know that these are from Seedance, you'll see this little stamp in the bottom right. This is AI generated. If you don't see that, be a little bit skeptical where the video came from, because that's usually a sign it came from Seedance.
He was a good man. He knew too much about our Russia operations. He had to die, and now you die too.
It has the impact sounds and everything.
Epstein, you animal! He was a good man! He knew too much about our Russia operations. He had to die, and now you die too.
Crazy. Like crazy, the examples, y'all. Let me see what else we can find. Let's see if we can find... Now, I haven't seen these other ones. Apparently, this is some girl, like, beating LeBron James. Let me turn the music off, because this is added music. All right, so as you guys can see, it's some small girl, like, crossing up LeBron James. Now, again, this is from a text prompt. This is not from... video to video. So you don't need like a pre-existing video or an image to necessarily use this stuff. You could just use your text. And that's the cool part is you don't have to know all these tricks and tools. You could just type and then it gives you really dope ideas. Now, let me see if I can find another cool one here. Let me see. Here's the first Will Smith one I saw.
That's the good stuff. And that's a wrap.
That even sounds like him. I don't know how they got it to sound like him, but it sounds just like him though.
That's the good stuff. And that's a wrap.
But like, pay attention to the background. Like the background actually has details. Like the pepper cruncher thing looks right. The candle on the left side looks super realistic. The lighting looks realistic. The outlets, the reflections off the glass, the coffee maker over here looks super crazy with the reflections. Like they figured out how to really master physics in this AI generation. Now, the only thing is you could tell is like it's still a little bit of morphing, but I'm curious if they even used a reference image for this or did they just type in Will Smith. So here's the initial video. I don't know if this will become full screen. I don't know how to make it full screen, but here's the like first AI video of Will Smith eating spaghetti. It used to look like this. And I forget what model was used to get it to look like this, but this used to be, this is the evolution of AI video. It came from this mess to what we see today. And if I'm not mistaken, that was in a matter of 3 years time. So in 3 years time, we have like Hollywood level AI music. So imagine AI video. Imagine AI music. Here's another one. The prompt was an average shift at Waffle House. Okay.
If this is your first shift at Waffle House, you have to fight.
Everything's so cinematic.
Y'all gonna act right or I'm closing this bitch down.
This is actually insane. This is like a real funny
if
concept.
This is your first shift at Waffle House, you have to fight.
It knows how to do transitions with the audio and everything. Yo, this is actually insane.
Y'all gonna act right or I'm closing this bitch down.
This is probably my favorite one. I didn't hear it with the audio before. This is definitely my favorite one. Now I want to pause here and just kind of sweep through the frames just to show you guys how much detail is in this thing. Now, if you guys remember Grand Theft Auto, when it first came out on like GTA San Andreas, you hit the windows, it like all bust. Well, in GTA 5, there was like a lot more detail when you hit the window. So now look at the AI window, for example. It shatters all the way across. Then you see the, him actually falling out the window and kind of protruding through. And then it shows the fine fibers of the actual detail and the glass separating with him still intact. That's major levels of detail. I hope you guys understand. Now his feet look like they just blew up. So that's a little weird. But outside of that, that is crazy physics mastery. And the lighting is still, refracting through the glass. That is crazy. That's actually so much detail right there. But this is actually probably my favorite one. I did not notice how funny that was with the audio. Let's see what else I could find in this. All right, so it doesn't just do realistic stuff, which is kind of another test of AI. Like, is it just cartoony? Is it just realistic, or can it do both? So here's where they have a Family Guy spoof made through. Now, again, it does not have the video stamp in the bottom right, so I'm assuming this is Seedance, but we have to take this with a grain of salt.
These delivery guys are always late. This is stupider than the time my DoorDash driver beefed with me.
Your tip was $2 for driving through traffic?
That's it!
You're getting 1-starred and reported.
What happened?
He said my tip was insulting. So was his face. These delivery...
So I don't know if you guys caught it, but Stewie's just in the back with like the same gravy on him. Like the amount of detail is just actually crazy, y'all. Now, again, in real life, are we going to use it to just make spoofs of stuff? Not necessarily. I'm going to use it to make custom video of like myself, potentially music videos. And the cool thing is I hope we can feed it audio so that it creates a video from our audio so that we can keep our audio intact. That would be actually crazy. So I have to look into that. But I think they made even a Steinfeld one.
You know, that was completely uncalled for.
It sounds just like him. So Seinfeld, they have that spoof. I don't know what this is. I've never seen this. But this yeah, this doesn't look like Seedance. You gotta be careful with these people saying stuff is Seedance, because I just don't believe that. Now it could be. Now that's why I said there's a difference between image to video and text to video. I've noticed that image to video, you can tell where it just like randomly turns from an image to a video. You can kind of tell the transition. Like watch here, turn off the audio. Like when it switches, it's like clearly coming from an image. Yeah, I don't believe this is Seedance. It could be. I just don't believe it. It just looks too random. But it could be. Who knows? I don't know. So we will see when we get our hands on this. But if you guys want to see more examples that I've curated, go to my Twitter, because these are crazy. These are the craziest ones I found. Let's run this one. This is a, it just shows how, and again, the way I know these are from Seedance is this little stamp in the bottom right. This is AI generated. All right. So that's how we know this is from Seedance. If you don't see that, you got to be a little skeptical. I'm not sure if they have watermarks on the videos or not. So that's still to be confirmed once we get access to it from in America. So this one is a Nike shoe ad. Looks just like the shoe. Now I'm curious what they fed this, if they fed it an image or if they just gave it text. The only inconsistency here is he starts off with a black shoe, which could be a different person. So maybe this is a different person, but then he ends off on a white shoe. So at least it looks white from here. I can't tell. So that's the only inconsistency there, is that he starts off. Now that could have been two different scenes for all I know. Actually, it could have been two different scenes, but it does change color though. But we're nitpicking. Like this looks like a real Nike ad that you would run at a Super Bowl commercial. It even has the impact sounds. Like whatever they've trained this on, it knows how to storyboard, it seems like, and it knows how to add the transitions at the perfect timing to where you don't have to edit anything. So here's another one. Somebody typed in World War III trailer, apparently. Now again, this does not have the This one's kind of hard to believe because it doesn't have the Seedance in the bottom right. So, or excuse me, the stamp in the bottom right. But let's just assume this is Seedance because the quality is so good on these. I believe it came from Seedance. Like, this looks like a movie, y'all. Like, imagine how many movies you can create and then put your music behind it and then have AI actors if you wanted to, just so it's not like stale, just B-roll the whole way through. Now, this one is hilarious. I'm curious how they got the audio in here, because how'd they do that? I wonder if they put, I don't know, but it's definitely playing Michael Jackson music on this one. I'm going to mute it. So it's like Michael Jackson doing his dance moves, but then he's like fighting off some dudes. Okay, so that one's pretty decent. And it's to the beat. Now this one is crazy. You would think this came from a Breaking Bad scene.
Hey, sir, you can't be back here.
Sorry, y'all, I gotta run this back. The audio was turned down.
Hey, sir, you can't be back here.
Bitch! You son of a bitch!
Yeah, the sound effects are so accurate. It's crazy.
Hey, sir.
Like the sound effects. Okay, so not only do they have the punch sound effect, they have the sound effect for when Saul hits his head on the wall. Like, listen closely to the sound effects.
Bitch! You son of a bitch!
Like, bro, that is so crazy. Oh my gosh, man. What we're about, I mean, I can't even tell you guys where we're headed with AI video. If this is where AI video is going, now AI video had to also train on the audio. So that means AI audio is being trained.
You never listen!
I don't know if they got I don't know where people are getting this music from. If they're putting it in themselves or if the video does it. I'm not sure where they get it from because it slows down the audio.
You never listen!
George Costanza just kicking Seinfeld through a wall in slow motion is hilarious. Now, I think we played this one already. Did we? This might be a different version of the Ben Affleck one. Just insane, y'all. Like, when you see these on the phone, they look insane. Here's another one that's like an ad.
Introducing our new hair serum, because you're worth it. Introducing our new hair serum for hair that shines with strength and beauty. Strong, beautiful hair, because you're worth it.
Like, bro, this looks like a real makeup beauty ad. Let me see how many. There's a couple more. I think that was it. I think this is the other one that convinced me to. Now, this one's crazy. Now, one of the buses was driving in reverse. If you pay close attention, one of the buses, let me show you guys. This bus right here is riding in reverse. I don't know if that's part of the scene, but this bus continuously rides in reverse the whole time. So that's a little funny thing. Again, I don't know if this came from Seedance because it doesn't have the tag, but I don't want you guys to sleep on this. We cannot sleep as a producer community, as a creative community. No more sleeping on AI. This is too good to be sleep. Okay, now let's see some other things here. It says make the characters from one image. Let me read this slower. Hold up. It says, okay, so the prompt is make the characters from image one. So apparently you can use the at system to tell the AI video what's what, because that used to be a problem in other AI video generators. It didn't know which image is which and like which subject is which. But now we can tell them, hey, this is image one at image one. This is image two at image two. So now it knows which one. So it says make the characters from image one and image two fight using the movements from the green screen reference. So it looks like we can input video and images at the same time. Setting is abandoned parking lot, add visual effects during combat. So let's see the full screen. And it looks like we can do different outputs too. Now the one up top looks a little more 8-bit to the right, whereas the guy on the left does not look as 8-bit. But regardless, it does match one of the styles, and then it copies these guys fighting. So it knows how to, you know, motion track. It knows how to get the granular details from motion. That's insane. Now this one says extend the video. The camera tracks a man in orange riding a brown horse. He accelerates towards a large tree. Basically, you can extend video, it looks like. So let's make this bigger. This would be like for a documentary. So I don't know if it takes the audio from the video and then continues the audio too, because the audio sounds the same too. So I'm curious if that's what they're trying to show off there. It's hard to tell. This one says remove any visual production mistakes from the video. So apparently there's a guy. So you could take real footage and all right, there's a guy holding a camera and it just completely got rid of the dude. That's so crazy. And he's on the left side as well, not just the mirror. So this can be used for video correction. I can't imagine if you have real video and you say, put me in a different environment, like what that's going to look like. So we could basically make our own CGI movies if I'm seeing this correctly. That's going to be crazy. Now this one, what does it say? So this one is like transformative real estate videos. Wow, that's crazy. So that's going to be used in the real estate market, guaranteed. Based on the reference image, generate a time-lapse animation showing the living room transform from an unfinished interior. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, now here is, what is this? It says, based on the 4 PowerPoint slides, generate a corresponding voiceover for each slide. Okay, so I guess so this would be for people who are marketing, who have specific key points they want to...
Looking forward to 2026. Here are my...
want to target.
Hey everyone, let's take a look back at my 2025. This year was all about growth and hustle at work.
So what it's showing
I
here
also learned to prioritize
is that it can do like 2D motion, not just 3D.
Hey everyone, let's take a look back at my 2025. This year was all about
and also, sorry, it's showing that text is being
Hey everyone.
What's the word? It's consistent text. It's not like garbling up the text. So it's 2 things it's showing off is that it can do 2D motion and it can have consistent.
Let's take a look back
Text.
at my 2025. This year was
my
all
buttons
about
here.
growth and hustle at work. I also learned to prioritize my well-being, saying no to drama and yes to quality time. And now, looking forward to 2026.
Crazy. The text
Here
is
are
not
my
moving
goals.
at all.
Hey everyone,
That's really good because usually text gets all garbled up. As you guys saw on that video where the guy was like running on the buses and everything, one of the buses was backwards and it didn't say school bus. It said like a whole different word. All right, let's see what these are. So this looks like more social media content, 360-degree panoramic camera selfie. The camera rotates. So I don't know if they started with an image here. It doesn't really say. All right, so that's like a little section on a content creator's page they could generate. Use of real person image references. So it says, note, use of real person image references for video generation requires live verification of the individual or prior authorization from the rights holder. So basically you can't create other people. And this is where the censorship comes into play, where it's just going to be super censored. It seems like not this one, but I could see where it gets censored around people and their likeness.
In the jungle, every lesson is a step towards survival.
This is a documentary right here.
And the mother's patience is key.
The detail's crazy, y'all. Even on desktop, it looks really good for 720p.
In the jungle, every lesson is a step towards survival.
That's crazy.
And the mother's patience is key.
Now, when this officially comes out, I'm going to have to show you guys how to separate the music out of the existing frames and then add your own music behind it. So this is like a Fortnite style. Looks like they started with an image though. I can tell which videos start with an image because it always has this like this weird transition. So watch the very beginning and how it kind of morphs. like slow motion morph. That's how I usually can tell stuff came from image. So that is that one. That was all right. I'm just not a fan of like that image to video look. All right, so this can do car commercials. This is so great. It took a sketch, made a whole car, and then gave it a concept. Y'all, like imagine scoring your own film, creating your own stories. You create your own anime. That's actually wild. Now that would be fun. I can't wait to create my own like gangster movies, like Godfather, but like a different storyline. So what I'm curious to see is how they basically, for video, you also have to have the audio pristine. So I'm curious how these will hold up with Suno in terms of like the background music. It even knows like the complexity of the piano. It's showing the hammers hitting the keys, hitting the strings, I mean. Crazy detail. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This stuff is crazy. I had to keep you updated, y'all. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.